I was just wanting to ask you, Ali, about Frank and his future. As a manager, I guess every day especially when you're a new manager, right? Every day and every opportunity you get is just a learning period, right? Where you just absorb everything. So even going back in at Chelsea now, he's going to learn different ways and different things that he needs to do. So what is next for Frank? What would be a good step for him?
I'd like to see Frank go to the continent, actually. Maybe get a bit of experience over there. I know it didn't really work. It was at Scott Parker that went over.
Bruges.
Yeah, over to Belgium. But I just think it'll give him another string to his bow. It's another, maybe learn another language, other countries, different styles. Yeah, because he's still very, very young. And I kind of par him and Stephen together a little bit. I still think they've got an awful lot to offer. I really, really do. And I just think that, an adventure somewhere in Europe, go and learn another style of play at another club, another language, be a great opportunity for him.
Who do you think?
Because I look at that, it's funny, because I look at that Chelsea, I'll say it again, that Chelsea midfield is as good as anything. I really think it's as good as anything. Kovacic and Fernandes and Kante, excellent footballers. They really are excellent footballers.
When you've got a new owner, you change the recruitment systems and the people that used to keep an eye out for that. You let people like Maria go, for example, and then the managers change, and then lots of new players come in. Is it inevitable that you are going to have a period of time where things aren't clicking?
I'm not sure it's inevitable, because Brighton would be your counter argument to that, but it can happen. The Brighton story, which we touched on, has been remarkable, because they've just completely, in terms of the turnover of players and turnover of staff, how have they've not only maintained the quality that out in the pitch and off the pitch, they've actually progressed with that, which is absolutely remarkable. Chelsea haven't. You
know what that was that you just did there? That was your chop return.
It was a little bit, wasn't
it? It was brilliant. You're sometimes I get glimpses of just why you're pundit of the year. Yeah. And I know it wasn't a chop serve, but it was like a...
Yeah, because you come out enough with the argument and you said chop.
Exactly. Okay, fine. So
what do you think Frank should do? I mean...
Have a nice holiday after this. I honestly cannot imagine. I know they get paid heavily. I get it, but I cannot imagine the stress of going into a club where how many different players from different nationalities, you've got to get your point across to all of those. You've got the immense pressure of going straight into fixtures and then Champions Leagues, and then the pressure of also being like,
there's got to be a clear out, Laura.
A club legend. You're right. I don't know what's next for Frank. I think he's got a real future in management. I don't think he's a bad manager at all. I think he's taken jobs where they've been they're really daring jobs to take, aren't they? Going in at Everton when they're in quite a lot of trouble, and going back, I remember you guys saying he couldn't lose at Chelsea, but I just feared a little bit for if something like this happens where he starts, four losses on the bounce, and do people start kind of pointing the finger at him? I hope that's not the case, because I'm sure there'll be loads of offers. A young English manager, I think you're always going to have people that are really interested to develop young English managers. I wonder what's next for Chelsea. That's what I'm kind of thinking, because people are kind of pointing their finger at Todd Boehly, but he spent a lot of money, obviously not necessarily in the right places. If you then get a striker, I wonder how much it would change the look of that club, potentially. Ali McCoist.
Because I'll tell you something right now, there's a player in that Mudryk. There really is.
Yeah.
He came on and showed flashes again last night. He's young, just needs... needs a little bit of consistency. He needs to learn his position, but there's a player in there, I'm telling you.
Coming to a new country, learning a new language potentially. I'm not sure how good his English was before. A new system, different managers, and also just the style of play in the Premier League we know can be quite difficult for people to transfer. So 100% wouldn't write him off at all. It's so early for him.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.